I'm a dancer, and I'm a traveler. And wherever I go, I experience the world one dance at a time. I'm Mickela Mallozzi, and this is Bare Feet. Bare Feet is supported in part by
Bloomberg Connects gives you a way to experience the arts from your mobile phone. You can explore hundreds of cultural organizations from around the world, anytime, anywhere. Learn more at BloombergConnects.org or wherever you find your apps.
Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, America's Music City, home to the Country Music Hall of Fame, the honky tonks of historical Broadway, and of course, a whole lot of Southern hospitality. This centrally located city has become the next boomtown in the United States. I'm here to experience the dances in this city, seeing why so many people flock here as a major tourist spot in the U.S. and also as a place to plant their roots. My first stop in Nashville is to the Wild Horse Saloon, a tourist favorite that hosts daily line dancing lessons and live music. I thought this was a perfect starting point for my Southern adventure.
All right, y'all, again, my name's Jessica, and this dance is called Beginner's Luck. We're gonna step forward that right foot for one. It's 1, 2, 3, clap, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slide 1, 2, 3, and 4. Toes 5 and 6. 7, 8. Y'all just learned beginner's luck.
Ashley and Chris have been showing me some awesome moves on the dance floor, a little more advanced than what we had tonight. Are you guys from Nashville?
No, not at all.
Where are you from?
I'm from Long Island, New York.
Long Island!
Yes.
Woo! How do you know all these line dances?
We started in Long Island.
Really? And do you live here?
No.
No.
Came just on vacation.
And Long Island has a huge following for line dancing.
Really?
So if you want to go line dancing in Long Island, it's pretty easy to find a place to do it.
Wow.
Line dances in America started becoming popular in the 1950s, with a handful of songs specifically created with dance moves leading up to the disco craze of Saturday Night Fever in 1977. In the 1980s, more dances were created specifically for country songs, and reinterpretations of disco moves were translated into the country realm, creating what we now know as country line dancing. The basics of line dancing is learning a set of choreography and rotating the same steps, changing the facings to 2 to 4 walls of the room. Each song can have a short piece of choreography, while more complicated numbers can be much more involving with various steps and various facings. But all songs with line dancing moves are meant to be a lot of fun. Just around the corner from Wild Horse Saloon is historical Broadway, one of the most iconic musical strips in the entire U.S. Lined with honky tonks galore, the cacophonous sound of live music leaking onto the main strip can be heard at any time of the day. I decided to make my way to one of the most famous honky tonks, Robert's Western World, where I was to see the Don Kelly Band.
Hello, Josephine. How do you do?
Honky tonks refer to the bars that offer live music, and they were originally coined that name for the live piano playing as entertainment. With so many musicians living in Nashville, the caliber of music is extremely high, and bands are vying to play daily in these establishments. Some of the most famous country musicians started in Nashville's honky tonks, including Loretta Lynn, Merle Haggard, and Patsy Cline. Though this is becoming a major city, Nashville still has a small town feel.
The farmers market here in Nashville is located in the historic neighborhood of Germantown, and it is one of the few farmers markets in the U.S. that's open daily. Can I try that dark chocolate? That looks really good.
It's almost like a truffle.
Yeah?
Really dark.
Oh my gosh. That's good. What do you recommend? What's your most famous flavor?
The most famous is definitely the salted caramel.
Wow, there's salt in there for sure.
Yeah.
You can taste that salt. It's delicious. I'll get the salted caramel, and I really like that dark chocolate. Yeah. Ice cream. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Germantown, Nashville's equivalent to New York's Williamsburg neighborhood in Brooklyn, has had a huge surge in young people moving to the neighborhood. But one establishment has been here since the beginning, Monell's, known for its home-cooked style meals and home-style dining.
Now, at Monell's, it's family style. All of us are pretty much strangers, don't know all these people, and we share all this food. Gravy, biscuits, cornbread. We've got peach preserves that they make themselves. Mashed potatoes. You really have to get a little bit of everything. You can't get a huge plate because the food just keeps coming, so you gotta try everything. Audrey has a system. 1 spoonful each.
Queen, we gotta pray for this food.
Amen.
Thank you, Queen.
And cheers to new friends at Monell. Cheers to that. Cheers, cheers. Oh my God.
Is it good?
So good. Oh my gosh, so good. Michael King, you are the owner of Monell's.
Owner of Monell's
Yeah.
since 1995.
Wow.
A Yankee in a Southern kitchen.
Exactly. So do you come from a restaurant background?
No. Years ago in Nashville, there was a place, well, really in Gallatin called Duncan's, and you would sit with strangers and you'd order off the menu, and I just loved that. And coming from a large family, I went, so.
When you come here, there's always a line out the door. Tell us what people can expect to eat when they come here.
What do they not eat?
Right.
So when you come in, it's a little bit different. You don't order. I bring you platters of Southern food, and we just put them down around the table, and you just pass to the left. We always have our skillet fried chicken, and we bring corn pudding and mashed potatoes, green beans.
Now tell us the idea of coming in as strangers and leaving as friends. That's really, you see that when you enter the door. And you can hear behind us, these are people that don't know each other.
Correct.
Sitting at a communal table, hysterical laughter coming from the hallway. The people I was sitting with today, beautiful, wonderful people that I didn't know, and we make this bond immediately over food. What does that mean to you?
You never know what the person sitting next to you has gone through or going through.
Right.
And just to be able to break bread with strangers, I think is more important than making money, more important than having fame. It's more important because they leave with a little Southern hospitality, and they will touch someone else's life. We have an obligation to serve our guests.
Yeah.
It is about consistency. It is about giving your heart. And so just like what you do, you're dancing, the emotions that you put in. My form of dancing is when I come to the table and I bring you baskets of skillet fried chicken.
Yes.
That's my dancing because I see the looks on the people's face and I went, it's way cool.
You have to come to Monell's. This food is incredible. You'll make new friends, and you'll be happy for the day.
Now, Tennessee is notoriously known for its whiskey, and because the city has become such a draw to young entrepreneurs, I decided to meet with a younger distillery that has recently made Nashville its home, Corsair. Will Atkinson is the brand ambassador for Corsair Distillery. Tell me a little bit about the history of Corsair.
Well, we are Nashville's first distillery since Prohibition, and to my research, before Prohibition.
So we want to see behind the scenes.
Of course.
And then I want to try some of these.
That's the whole reason to come here.
I can smell the magic happening now. It's very yeasty kind
Yeasty,
of.
bready. This is our secret ingredient.
Okay.
This is our pre-Prohibition era pot still.
Okay.
This is over a century old.
So where are we right now?
So this is one of our barrel houses. A lot of people ask me, what are you aging the longest? What do you have to be, a reserve or anything? And I'm like, well, we don't really have one. We're a 7-year-old company. But what we do have up here are a couple of barrels of our rye whiskey that is not to be opened until January of 2018, and that's our 10th birthday.
Look, you're a young company. You've obviously got some great stuff, and I think it's more exciting. There's like room to grow and room to really test out new flavors like you were showing us. That's cool. Buddy.
Yes.
What is the name of this drink that you're going to teach me?
It is called the Moroccan Malfunction.
Wow, the Moroccan Malfunction.
Yes.
Okay, what does it include?
It has our Corsair spiced rum, a little bit of lime juice, and then some stuff that I made called harissa syrup, kind of like a Moroccan chili paste.
Cool.
Then a little bit of hellfire bitters, and a little bit of orange marmalade.
Nice. Let's try it.
Okay. Start with your spiced rum. Do 2 ounces.
2 ounces.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna have a little bit of lime juice. So this is our harissa syrup. Do a 1/2 ounce of that, which will be that middle lime.
This is spicy, huh?
It's a little spicy, yeah.
There we go. Half.
Perfect. Now just take about 1/2 spoonful of the orange marmalade there. This is just a regular store-bought orange marmalade. This is actually called Hellfire Bitters, and it's like a habanero shrub, which means it's got a little bit of vinegar in it and habanero pepper. And kind of hit it. There you go. Give it a good shake. Yeah, flip it over. There you go.
It gets cold real fast.
Yeah. Those ice cubes are very...
Shake. How many shakes are the right? Like 32 or something?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Oh, it's pretty. All right, so this is the Moroccan... I can't even remember.
Moroccan Malfunction.
Moroccan Malfunction.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is really good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And as more young people move here, more opportunities to dance and make music pop up around the city. I head to the 5 Spot at the hip intersection of 5 Points in East Nashville to experience a throwback party that would make my father proud.
Tell me about Electric Western.
Well, we started this party up 6.5 years ago, kind of accidentally. We started playing the music we love, which is doo-wop, soul, old rock and roll, 50s and 60s rock and roll. We started coming and dancing. I just loved it, and it was amazing. I'd never seen anything like it in any city. I lived in New York, I lived all over, I've never seen it anywhere else. So it was cool, and it grew organically, and it's been around for 6 years, and luckily, hopefully there's no end in sight.
Yeah.
As you probably just saw, we have 21-year-olds in there, we have 65-year-olds in there too, which is kind of cool. They're all dancing together.
Yeah.
Because it's just, the music is so joyful, it's so timeless, and it's just so upbeat and happy and fun that, I mean, everyone loves it.
Yeah. Nashville isn't just about honky tonks and country music. This city hosts a world-renowned ballet company that has utilized the city's assets to its advantage. With a home in the city that has the most musicians per capita, the Nashville Ballet has started to collaborate with groups in the local music scene to create some amazing pieces. Paul Vasterling is the artistic director of Nashville Ballet. Paul, tell me a little bit about Attitude.
Yeah, it's a series that we try to do every year, that we're doing every year now, that encompasses Nashville music, which, as you know, is a changing and growing thing all the time. So thinking about a dance company, a ballet company in the city of Nashville, which is Music City, it makes so much sense for us to connect and hook on to the synergy and energy of music. Popular music is something that a lot of people have done over the years to ballet, but the difference is we try to take it to another level, and then the other difference is because we're here, it's all live. We have the performers with us, and there's nothing like being in a room, as you know, with live music and seeing dance to it, or you can feel it.
Yeah.
And it brings this energy to the dancers that translates to us, the audience. So it's very exciting, and that's something that we can offer as Nashville Ballet more than my colleagues in other cities, because we've got this great resource of music.
I started listening to his music only a couple years ago, because I'm from the Northeast, so I knew nothing about country music. I started hearing his music in some of the honky tonks, and was like, who is this guy? And I kind of got some slack for it, because he's such an iconic, everybody knows Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
So I started reading up on him, and Paul Vasterling, the director, said, do you want to do a piece? And I said, yes. And he said, who do you want to do it to? And I said, Johnny Cash. And that's how it started.
Usually when you think of ballet, you think of an orchestra, and here you have this live, old country kind of rock band, and really different choreography for each piece. Tell us a little bit about your inspiration for the choreography for some of the pieces that you did.
Well, let's take Hurt, actually, which
was one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites actually too, which was a Trent Reznor Nine Inch Nails song.
Right.
And Johnny actually recorded it in 2003. It was one of his last songs that he recorded, and it was one of my favorite songs. And the way that he did it was just amazing. So I kind of took Johnny's whole past of, addiction and, all his little demons he had inside, and kind of took that, and that was my basis for that. So the girl in the piece kind of depicted those demons.
I just really resonate with pieces that do have a lot of emotion in them. Me as a dancer, I don't have the perfect physique as a ballerina, so I have to find my means elsewhere, and I feel I can really connect with the audience through emotion.
Yeah.
And so it just...
I'm getting goosebumps right now just thinking
I know,
about...
I'm like shaking.
Thinking about your performance, because it's so... You're like this bundle of energy that just exploded on stage.
Thank you.
And it was just gorgeous. And so I'm assuming after you're done, you're just physically drained. And then you go back on stage and do another piece,
It is draining, but on stage with those kind of pieces, it's like time stops, and you kind of afterwards don't really remember what happened.
Yeah.
So it's really a time for me to be most honest that I can ever be in life, really.
Yeah.
So, and I can speak to everyone in a language that everyone understands. Music connects the town, and so being able to dance with that kind of music and that kind of legendary history that's embedded in the fabrics of the town. It's just an honor, really, to dance to something like that.
Yeah. My next stop was to the Station Inn, an unassuming dive bar that hosts some of the most popular bluegrass bands in the country. I'm with JT Gray, who is the owner of the Station Inn, and the Station Inn is known for bluegrass music.
Bluegrass music.
Yeah. Tell us a little history about this place.
The Station Inn was started in 1974. And it was started by several bluegrass musicians that wanted to get together and have a place for the bluegrass pickers to come and play.
Well, you can't do wrong.
I tell people it's more like, the old coffee house, listening room type place, more than it is a bar, so to speak, like that.
I mean, I've experienced firsthand that you're watching the show and it is dead silent in the audience. It's not like a bar where you come to chit chat. You are here to listen to amazing talent, and people take it very seriously.
Exactly, yeah. It's not a place to come and party.
No.
It's just a great place to come and it's like a big family down here. We have a lot of dedicated fans and people that come back and come back again. And bring more people.
I mean, this is, when you talk about Nashville and you mention bluegrass, everyone immediately says the Station Inn. It is the place to go hear live bluegrass music. It really is something that's not only important to the city, but also to music and the history of American music, because it's really passing down the tradition that we don't want to lose.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I gave in to the pleasures of the night. She used my granddad's very word to say her last goodbye. Said you can't.
And the predecessor to bluegrass music is old-time music. Just 30 minutes outside of Nashville, I found Mr. Thomas Maupin, national champion buck dancer, with his grandson Daniel Rothwell, champion banjo player. The minute I stepped into their home, I knew I was in for a real treat. So Thomas and Daniel, grandson and grandfather, you've been making music for how long together?
He started playing the banjo when he was about 11, I believe, just started off playing. I do my best dance to old-time music. Old-time music, my opinion, was made for dancing. It just goes together, which has always been here, since we have,
Tell me a little bit the difference between bluegrass and old time.
Well, it is hard to define There are some people that say the main difference between bluegrass and old time is old time, you know, bluegrass you take turns, you play what they call breaks, and old time you don't, you just play straight through with the fiddle, the lead all the time. Old time is primarily dance-oriented music.
Now, I would love to learn some moves from you.
This is just like walking.
Okay.
It's like walking.
Just fancier.
Oh,
A lot fancier.
well, it's like walking, but you don't step out real far.
That's good.
And then when that's in sync, it's like counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! See, that's in time with it. Your sounds are in time.
I hope so.
You can take that and put it with any tune, fast or slow.
Right. Hold on. I like that. Is it front?
Toe and heel. Always works off of toe and heel.
You make it look so easy, Thomas.
Now I'm fixing to add this other heel over here now. Yeah, I heard it. I heard it.
For a second. He's got it.
I have to hear. I have to hear what my feet's doing to put it with the music.
Of course.
Some don't think that's necessary, but to me it is. I'm not going through a routine. I'm going through a tune that they're playing, not a routine at all. And I need to be right there and be a part of it, not just a routine.
Yeah.
Be a part of that to put in and take away. Put in notes, take away notes. I came from a dance family.
Right.
I never seen my mom dance, but her mom was, I thought, was a good dancer, you know. But she was an old lady. She was old at that time, you know, that I can remember back. And then I never seen her mom, but she danced. But on my dad's side, there's dancers on back.
He's given me probably more advice than any musician I can think of, and I consider him a musician, not just a dancer. He's a musician.
Yes.
I think all dancers should be musicians. They need to keep that in mind, that, you know, it's not just moving to the music, it's moving in time with the music.
So, Katie Huntley, you are a champion clogger.
Yes.
Yes? How old are you?
I'm 17.
17. I noticed from watching you clog that your legs are much higher.
Yes, a lot more higher than flat footing and buck dancing.
Yeah. So show me some of these moves because they're really fancy. They're like legs flying everywhere and knees going everywhere. And
so the double step is up, back, step.
Like kind of like tap dancing.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey.
And that's the basic clogging step.
And you really want to kick your legs up, right?
Yes, yeah, the higher the better in clogging, yeah.
Timing is the most important thing. You have to make sure that you have time for everything. You got to make sure that everything is done at the right time or it'll fall apart. You know?
Yeah.
And music is something where you can really notice it. This guy is what's responsible really for my love of this music. He knew that he noticed I was interested in this and he encouraged it whatever way he could.
We can feed off of each other. And when he hears me at my best step, he can get harder and better on the banjo. So we feed off of each other.
You challenge each other in the musicality.
Right. And hopefully that brings out the best in him and brings out the best in me.
Yeah. From the tourist-filled venues to the grassy creek at Thomas Maupin's home, Nashville had so much to offer me, and I only tasted a small bite of this amazing city. And I'll see you on my next Bare Feet adventure, wherever it may take me. You can stay connected with us on travelbarefeet.com, where you'll find extra bonus videos, join our Bare Feet series conversations through social media, and stay updated with our newsletter.